Have you ever noticed that the moment you truly stop caring about her, everything changes? Not when you pretend not to care, not when you fake being distant, not when you try to use reverse psychology. I mean the moment when something inside you genuinely lets go. The moment you realize, I am no longer trying to make her love me. I am no longer chasing validation. I am no longer dependent on her response. That moment hits a woman with a kind of emotional shock she never saw coming. Because women are used to attention. They're used to being pursued. They're used to having options. And they're used to men who don't want to lose them. But what happens when you stop wanting her? What happens when your tone changes, not out of anger, but out of composure? When your energy shifts not out of spite, but self-respect? When your heart simply releases her without announcing it? This is where the story begins. Because a woman does not react to your absence. She reacts to the loss of her influence over you, and that is a completely different thing. The first shift, your energy becomes quiet. A woman feels your interest, and without you saying a word, she can tell by the tone of your voice, by how fast you reply, by how quickly you say yes, by the eagerness in your eyes. When you were interested, she felt the pull of your attention, the admiration, the emotional investment, the desire to be chosen by her. But when you stop caring, something changes. Your tone becomes slower, your words become fewer, your emotional temperature drops. You don't argue, you don't explain, you don't defend. You simply withdraw your emotional presence, and a woman feels it instantly. She might not say anything at first, but she feels it. Something inside her becomes alert, because attention, validation, and emotional presence, these are the currency women trade in. When you remove those silently, there is no confrontation, no drama, no explanation to attack or manipulate, just silence. And silence is something a woman cannot bargain with. Her initial reaction, curiosity. At first, she becomes curious. She'll ask herself, why is he not responding like before? Why does his energy feel different? Why does he seem unaffected? This curiosity is not emotional yet, it's observational. She is analyzing. She is studying the shift. She may send a text just to test your reaction, not because she misses you, but because she wants to see if she still controls your emotional world. So she might say things like, hey, haven't heard from you. How have you been? Or something casual and light. She's not reaching out to reconnect. She's reaching out to measure your attachment. If you respond immediately, warmly, eagerly, she knows she still has influence. If you respond slowly, calmly, without emotional warmth, she feels the shift continue. This is where many men fail, because when she reaches out, they get excited. They feel hope. They think, she noticed, she came back. So they jump emotionally. They respond too fast. They become warm again. They show they were waiting. And just like that, the power shift reverses. But you're different now. You've let go. Your response is calm, collected, unbothered. Not rude, not cold, not bitter, just self-contained. That is when the first wave hits her. Confusion. The second reaction, ego awakening. A woman's ego is tied to how many hearts she believes she controls, not because she is evil, but because female psychology evolved in environments where social value determined survival, attention, security, admiration, desirability, validation, proof of attractiveness. So when she realizes that your attention is gone, it shakes her ego. She begins questioning, was I not enough? Did he find someone better? Why am I not affecting him anymore? Understand this. She is not missing you yet. She is missing how your attention made her feel. Your attention was a mirror that reflected her worth. Now that mirror is gone, so she begins to search for a new one. She may post on social media, new pictures, new stories, a little more makeup, a little more lifestyle display. Not for the world, but for you. She wants to see if you react. She wants to see if you still watch her life. She wants to see if she can pull you back emotionally. But you don't react. You don't check. You don't respond. You don't validate. You are not proving anything. You are simply free. And this is when the second emotional wave hits her. Restlessness. Because she has lost something she cannot control. The third reaction, emotional pullback. Women are emotionally intuitive creatures. They sense energy shifts more quickly than men. When she realizes that your emotional detachment is real, not a game, not a strategy, not manipulation, her emotional world becomes unsettled. She begins to replay memories, the late-night conversations, the laughter, the intimacy, the moments where you admired her deeply. She did not value those moments then, but she feels the loss now. Women do not feel love in the present. They feel love in memory. Men fall in love through presence. Women fall in love through recall. So now she starts remembering. Selectively. She remembers your best qualities, your strength, your presence, your loyalty, your tenderness, your kindness. She does not remember what she did wrong. She remembers only the value she has lost. This is when her emotional tone changes. She may reach out again, this time differently. Longer messages, warmer tone, more vulnerability. She may ask, "How have you really been? Do you ever think about us? Can we talk?" She is no longer testing. She is now feeling. This is the moment men must remain anchored, because this is the moment where your old self may try to return. You may feel the desire to open up again, to reconnect, to repair, to believe she finally understands. But understand this. She is not returning because she chose you. She is returning because she lost control of you. There is a difference. One is love. The other is ego. Stoicism teaches us, do not attach to that which is outside your control. And a woman's emotional approval is always outside your control. Your peace must never be dependent on her attention again. The fourth reaction, self-reflection. When her attempts to pull you emotionally do not work, when you remain steady, calm, collected, a new phase begins inside her. Reflection. This is the phase most men never get to witness, because they go back before reaching this moment. But you have evolved. You no longer need to be chosen by her. You have chosen yourself. So now she begins to reflect. Why did he detach? Was it something I did? Did I take him for granted? Was he actually better than I realized? This is where guilt forms, regret forms, awareness forms. Not in dramatic tears, but in quiet, subtle realizations. She remembers the times you were patient. She remembers the effort you gave. She remembers the loyalty you offered. She remembers the consistency you showed. She remembers how rare that kind of man is. Because now she compares you to others. And most men are too needy, too emotional, too careless, too selfish, too unstable, too desperate to be validated. She realizes something profound. She lost a man who did not need her, but chose her. And that is the kind of man a woman never forgets. The final phase, emotional impact. By this point, she understands. She did not lose a boy. She lost a man whose love was deep but not dependent, whose presence was stable but not clingy, whose attention was real but not desperate. A man who could walk away without hatred, without chaos, without begging. A man who valued peace more than attachment. This realization does not happen quickly. It can take weeks, months, sometimes years, but it arrives. Because everything she experiences after you, every man she meets, she will compare to how she felt around you. Not how you made her feel about herself, but how she felt about you. And she will remember your silence, your composure, your self-respect, your emotional autonomy, your ability to love deeply without losing yourself. You did not chase. You did not break. You did not collapse. You simply rose. And that is the moment she understands. A man becomes truly attractive the moment he no longer needs to be. Because love when forced is weakness, but love when released is power. And that is the essence of Stoic masculinity. To give love freely, to feel deeply, but to bow to no attachment. Your heart is yours again. Your life is yours again. Your purpose leads your steps again. You have become what most men never become. A man who is whole with or without her. And that is the kind of man a woman will remember for the rest of her life. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.